that cattle guard, there's good trails. So we need to go 6495-ish. Check it out on what is probably the last day of summer, September 12th, and it's 30 degrees out. Drifting that whole corner. Holy shit. No joke, my back end is just skating around these corners. Slippery enough to like let the back tire hang out, but it's really linear. It's not like, doesn't feel like the bike's gonna fall out underneath you. Maybe the back tire's just flat. I don't know. There's no trails here. I'm gonna turn around. Here you go in there. rocky stuff. Nice meaty low end. That was third gear, just kind of powered on up. Nice to be able to do on this little 250 now. Just ride around in third gear on the trails all day if you want. Couldn't do that when I first bought it, that's for sure. You know, I think that a little 250 Enduro, like a WR250R, maybe if you're a heavier guy, a DRZ 400, the Honda's good, the Cowie. I think those are really good beginner bikes if you want to learn how to ride off-road. And it gives you the opportunity to get your motorbike license too, which is pretty cool. I don't know about many other places, but I know here, where I live, you have to start registering your off-road bikes now and getting plates and all that stuff. Well, not plates, but they're like stickers. So you got to get them registered. It costs money, and like, I don't know, for me, if you're gonna register a bike, at least if you're gonna go through all that trouble and having to pay taxes every time you sell it and buy it and transfer it and all that shit, why not just have a bike you can drive on the road in the meantime? And unless you're like a hardcore woods rider, or you're someone with a lot of years of riding experience and you need a high performance bike, I just don't see why you wouldn't get a decent high-end or mid-end even enduro bike. Like the Kawasaki's maybe not the best right out of the gate because it's stock, the performance isn't top, but the reliability is awesome. But if you get something like the WR250R at a slightly higher price tag, you don't have to go get something crazy like a KTM. You can hop on it and learn to ride really well off-road, and it's going to be capable of everything you want to chuck at it until you become a novice rider. And it's such that it's a little heavier of a bike, and the suspension's a little softer, so you're not going to be able to be lulled into a false sense of security like you would with a really good high-end bike. I know when the WR450s came out, one of the complaints was the suspension was too good, if there is such a thing. And the reason was it would make the riders feel quicker than they were, and they'd get themselves into trouble really fast, literally and figuratively. So you could hurt yourself pretty bad. One of these bikes though, I mean, I guess they have some downsides, right? They're heavy, and they're a little bit expensive for what you're getting. And the repairs can be expensive. So headlights, tail lights and signal indicators, dash clusters, it depends how badly you mess up your bike. If you're really prone to crashing, maybe it's not the best idea, but for a more cautious rider, I think it's perfect, especially like a more mature crowd. I don't know. I'm pretty happy with this bike though. I ride my buddy's dirt bikes and they're fun, but they're a lot of work to ride. At least I can hop on this bike and casually ride sitting down the whole time if I want. Get beat up a little bit, that's not bad. Trails to nowhere. Say one thing about this bike is I rode the DRZ 400 and that thing felt more like a road bike than a dirt bike, and not by a little bit. Like, I get that it was stock and there's a lot of aftermarket and stuff, but right out of the gate this thing felt way more like an actual off-road bike than the DRZ 400. And yeah, the DRZ's got the power, but it's a weird, I don't know, maybe you can open it up a lot with an exhaust and stuff, but it felt restricted, really restricted. Lots of torque, but just didn't want to get going very fast. And only 5 gears. So if you gear it for off-road, then you can't take it on the highway. If you gear for the highway, it's a dog off-road. And that's coming from someone that rides a 250. And not a high-end 250 either. I guess at the end of the day, you just gotta ride whatever suits you. Now, or you can, whatever you have. And if you got the money, you can make it suit you. So I don't know if I'm going to post this or if I will have already posted the video, but a close friend of mine, we were out biking a couple weeks ago, and you know, you always hear the stories, but I don't think I've ever known anyone who directly happened to it until now. But I'm sure everyone in the dirt biking community has always heard a story about that one guy who was or was not wearing a chest protector, and there was a stick in a tree or something, and it just jammed him in the chest or the heart and it killed him or whatever. And thankfully my buddy is okay, but he had a close call. He was wearing a chest protector, and the stick, he fell off his bike going down a little hill. It was a really minor accident, but there was a root, and the root has stick sticking out of it, and the doctor said that the stick went 2 to 3 inches into his chest and punctured a lung. And I'll link the video footage here, or I'll put it in this video. I'm gonna ride your bike down somewhere safe, okay?
Oh, fuck.
Ride your bike down somewhere safe, okay?
Oh, fuck.
Is that in you?
Yes.
Was it in you?
Yes.
Where?
In my chest.
It's a little poke.
How bad is it?
Just leave it.
I can't see.
You're okay. It's in the flesh, but just stay still. And it kind of makes me wonder, you know, if that happened with the chest protector, what would he be? He might even be dead without it. And the weird thing was, is at the time, no one was really panicking about the situation because he seemed calm and he was okay. But the way that injury works is your lungs start filling up with air. Well, your chest cavity fills up with air, and then your lungs can't fill with air. And the doctors also said it was a couple millimeters from hitting an artery. I don't know what I would have done. Seeing my buddy there, just chilling out, bleeding. And he might not even necessarily know he's bleeding because it could be inside his chest cavity or whatever. It's bad news. I think the moral of the story is, you know, you have to treat every injury seriously. You have to gear yourself appropriately. And he's not an experienced rider, but the injury, the accident, the way it happened wasn't severe. It was not a severe accident. That almost killed him. What's up there? I should be able to make it. The question is, do we do it in first? Or where does it go? Yeah, I don't think we're making it up that anyway with these tires. Cow pie. Oh, that's neutral. Fuck me. How not to pop a wheelie. I think I'm on a mountain bike trail again. Tractor, tractor. Where does this trail go? I don't think I'm in the mood for this. Fuck. Oh. Yeah, now we're cruising. Yeah, look at that, 10 kilometers an hour. Holy speeding tickets, Batman. Bonk. Whoa. Bounce, bounce. I know you can't see on the camera, so you're just gonna have to trust me, but I'm not putting my feet down anywhere. I'm just that good. Whew. That was a trail and a half. Hey Kawasaki, what's your favorite gear? Neutral? Oh gee, that's a surprise. Would be nice if you couldn't go into neutral while moving. That would be pretty ideal. Trail is even less traveled than the other one, on account of the trees probably being in the way. Second neutral again. I think it's just an awkward position to shift from when you're leaning way over the front tank. Can't get that leverage. That's a proper dirt bike trail. Neutral again. Wrong. You're wrong. Last time I saw a trail that said wrong though, it got really hard. Generally on account of it being a mountain bike trail. Elegantly done, sir. Just like in the YouTube videos. Fuck. Go into gear, you bitch. Alright, so I guess the plan is just to jump over the branches with that rock right. No, I'm not going to do that. Not today. Certainly not by myself. I might be able to break the whole branch or the trunk by getting on top of it. But as I just said earlier about my friend who got seriously injured doing the most basic of things, let's leave that one to when I have company and take the road less traveled. Woo! You know, I could go, but I feel like it's gonna keep doing this the whole way without connecting to a road. And I'm not in the mood to ride that. You know, another nice thing about having an Enduro as a learning bike that just came to mind is the electric start. Having a friend who's trying to learn on a 250 two-stroke, watching him fall over once or twice, and then he's exhausted for the rest of the day from starting his bike. It's a lot of energy to kick those things over, especially if it's a little bit of an older bike and it doesn't start right away. And once the more tired you are, the harder you have to kick to do it, and the more tired you get, it's yeah, hard work to ride those kickstarts. So I appreciate my electric start. Extra weight be damned. Ouch. I gotta get proper motocross boots. These steel toe high top boots are not cutting it. They don't protect your shins. Just your toes, and they don't stop ankles from twisting. I should have been standing up for that. So soft.